Hello, my gorgeous Cancer. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Cancerini, and it's for December 2022. Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Cancer, because I will tell you that this is going to be the most powerful and the most important month you had in such a long time. Not only that this month it's going to bring you your turning point, your major turning point, but at the same time you are going to be able to make a decision which is literally going to change your life. The decision that is going to change your life, it's already like kind of halfway there. It's already started kind of manifesting itself within the last few months. So it's a lot to do with things that have been on your mind for quite a while, but this is indeed going to happen with such a sweet and gorgeous and rather delicious element of surprise. Why and how? Well, your number is number 779. This is a very powerful number again when it comes to numerology, and it means that this month your breaking point, it's actually your turning point, shall I say. You know, your turning point is going to happen, you know, in this particular turning point that I'm talking about. It's at the same time going to literally change every single aspect of your life. So how is this actually going to happen? You are going to become aware of an important opportunity, an important option. My gorgeous Cancerini, listen to me very carefully. This important option that you're going to become aware of, it's gonna come through like completely out of the blue. You're gonna have a conversation this month with somebody who you get on really well, with somebody who understands you so much. And just through that conversation, just out of the blue, this particular person is going to tell you something. They're going to point something about you, why you're not doing something very specific. And then this is kind of going to make you kind of like really think. And it's almost as if that person is going to be like a little bit brutally honest with you in the best possible way. Because this is someone who you know, this is someone who is very close to you, and we need these people in our lives because sometimes they are primarily responsible for us waking up. So it's almost as if you are gonna get a bit of a shaky moment through someone in your life who is going to, on one hand, remind you of why you're not doing something that you're kind of maybe talking about quite often, and why you're not doing something about a certain aspect of your life that's making you feel really kind of negative and sad. And you're gonna think like you're gonna be under this illusion, like you're kind of like waiting for the perfect moment in time. But the perfect moment in time is now, my gorgeous Cancerini, and this is what this beautiful person is actually going to be primarily responsible for, because through that person you're going to realize, you know, that on one hand now it's time for you to kind of get on with an important aspect of your life that you talk about so often, but maybe you're not doing nothing about it. Sorry, I don't want to sound harsh or anything like that, but this is important. And suddenly you are going to become aware of this option and opportunity. And at that moment in time, this is going to be remarkable, because this is, on one hand, what exactly you should be doing at this stage of your life in terms of your development. When it comes to the next step, indeed, you know, you are going to be able to make such a brave move, such a powerful move, but also on another hand a rather necessary step in your life, because it's to do with your development. You are healing and you are ascending onto the next level of your life, next stage of your life, which on another hand means that you are it's gonna become obvious to you what exactly came to an end, and you're not going to be able to kind of take this opportunity and option on unless you kind of stop something that came to an end. But it's like what came to an end was like pretty much so, it's to do with the stage of your life that you know it came to an end. You were so passionate about it for such a long time, but sometimes it just takes us really while to understand that we must not see this as a failure or anything like that, but just as a bravery, because we need to reflect on our lives, and we need to understand with things that we are doing right now, and we need to understand that we are growing and evolving evolving and changing all the time. So the sooner we go with this flow of change, the better our life and quality of our lives is going to be. So you are going to understand when you become aware of this opportunity and you know, of this like kind of option. At the same time, this is to do with your development. It's the absolutely the right step to do, but at the same time you are going to need to understand that you need to leave something behind, because something came to an end. But it's not like, oh my God, so sad, negative. No, baby, no. You're only leaving that situation for something better. You see what I mean? So you just have to be honest with yourself. And that particular option and opportunity that I'm talking about, this is like almost immediately you will know that this is the right thing to do. You will know what this is, because it's going to make you feel so ambitious, so confident. Your self-esteem is going to like shot up like a big mama, like you're going to feel so powerful. But the most importantly, you are going to feel extremely kind of adamant and like very much so confident about this particular success. So you're going to feel extremely driven when it comes to that particular option, when it comes to that particular opportunity. And let me show you now. Look at this. When it comes to that particular option and opportunity, my gorgeous Cancerini, when I'm shuffling this deck, okay, just remember it's going to be highlighted through someone who's so close to you, so important to you, okay? And that, oh, there you go. You see this? Absolutely remarkable. It's only highlighting very, very important opportunity, very important option, which is later on going to in turn into so many different things. This particular option and opportunity is going to change your life forever, even more so. First of all, it's going to seem like only one option and one opportunity, but within the next 7 or 8 months, there is so much that is going to come out of it. You're going to learn about yourself so much, my gorgeous Cancerini here indeed. And this is going to lead towards you really needing to understand to be patient, okay? Very, very important indeed. And then on another hand, you need to understand that, you know, there are specific things that are going to be highlighted, what literally like kind of what you feel so bored about, what you feel so negative about, what you feel so kind of drained about. It's all going to be like kind of highlighted. It's going to be one thing after another, and it couldn't have been happening at a better time, at a time of change, at the time when we are in the months of December. So you're going with this flow, you're going with this energy, and you are preparing yourself for something very, very special. It is not only about the December, my gorgeous Cancerini, but it's about what the whole year of 2023 it's going to be. The whole year of 2023 it's going to be extremely successful, and for you, and the more you put in towards this option and opportunity, the more successful year 2023 is going to be. The more you reflect at the same time the fact that, and the importance of, like, you know, the fact that one cycle is coming to an end and another cycle is about to start. And when that happens, you know, this is no surprising that you are really going to be questioning yourself quite a lot why you haven't done the certain things like ages ago. But it doesn't really matter. It's happening right now. And as I said, it couldn't have happened at a better time, because it's the month of December. So it's, you're like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're recharging yourself. You're recharging yourself. So the more you trust yourself, the more you follow your intuition, the more you follow your passion, the more you kind of do this, the more greater things are going to come to you throughout the year 2023. So you are really need to be like as open-minded as you possibly can, but you also need to understand that, you know, this is the time that, you know, you'll go really deep, and you're going to be thinking quite a lot about like socializing, doing things with people, maybe going out more, maybe reconnecting and connecting with people. It's going to be a lot on your mind also, which is going to quite surprise you, like how you're missing on a certain people, certain maybe people in your life also, but on certain things in life, you know, because there is someone quite wonderful. On another hand, the other person, someone else, So you see, people are going to be playing an important role in your life this month. There is another person who is also really beautiful, who is also very close to you. Very beautiful person, another beautiful person, not the first person that was brutally honest with you, that is also really good, but another person that is very good to you at around the mid-December. It's really going to surprise you. Someone is going to visit you. Someone is going to surprise you. And this is someone that I'm talking about who you haven't seen in an absolute ages. Maybe you haven't seen this person in a few years. Maybe you haven't seen this person in 1 year. Maybe it's someone who you see on a yearly basis. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, this person is going to surprise you, and you're going to like this surprise. It's like a visit surprise. And then you're going to reconnect with this person because you really understand each other quite a lot. And this particular person is like, you're going to do something together. You're going to go somewhere. And the more you are like kind of together, the more alive you're going to feel. The more you're around this person, the more you're going to realize how much you're missing on life. This is someone absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to the amount of energy that I have. I'm talking about someone who is very outgoing. So this is a person in your life, like your friend or family member, but it's someone who is like a very kind of outgoing, somebody who has lots of people in their lives, somebody who has got lots of friends, somebody who everybody kind of knows, and somebody who everybody kind of likes. But you always, when you think about that person, you think about that person like, oh my God, I can't believe that she or he, they are like so outgoing. They have so many friends, you know, like how can they do this with so many friends? Is someone really popular and things like that? And this is the type of person that I'm talking about. But the bottom line is that this person is going to play such a huge role, because that person is going to remind you of, like, you know, to live your life. It's going to remind you that there is so much more to life than what is going in your life right now at the moment. I'm not saying that you're not doing anything, but in terms of like you really coming out of yourself, coming out of your comfort zone, in terms of you like wanting to really enjoy your life, you know, you are going to feel triggered like in the best possible way through this particular person to live your life again. And you're going to be wondering, oh my God, it is like, why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I do that before? Do you know, it's all about like kind of understanding that there is so much more to life than what is going on right now. Maybe you have been serious for too long, you know, maybe you have been serious for a while, and this is someone that is really going to bring you this absolutely mind-blowing energy into your life, because it's going to make things so much more interesting for you, but it's also going to remind you of like how much how you need to take care of yourself and do things that make you feel good, you know, and try certain things in life, and you know, like just kind of like really kind of see beyond what is going on right now. Do you know what I mean? In your life, like to investigate way beyond. It's going to help you to come out of yourself in the best possible way. I really like it indeed. Like, oh my God, I'm sorry. The reason why I'm talking about this person so much is purely because that person is also gonna be kind of at around that time when you are gonna reach this breaking point where you're gonna just start thinking like, oh my God, my life is so boring. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying your life is boring, but through that person you're just gonna want to bring a bit more fun into your life, and that's so needed. That person is also going to be primarily responsible for you actually like coming out of yourself, starting to see certain things in a different light, but also at the same time through that person there are some very special people that are going to start entering your life. You will see exactly what I mean when it comes to January 2023 and February 2023. My goodness, you're going to meet certain people who are going to be around you for the rest of your life, but most importantly they are going to be playing a mind-blowing role for such a long time to come. And these people are important when it comes to your development, because what you're going to do as well, you're going to surround yourself with the people who you should be surrounded by. You know, instead of being surrounded by the people maybe that are very draining and very negative, this is not really good, because it becomes like a really bad attachment when it comes to us, and it makes us feel really negative. So therefore it's draining our energy. So on another hand, it's not good for us. So you have to like kind of surround yourself with people that are making you feel good about yourself. All these things you're going to be reminded. And of course that this is going to be really important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Cancerini, what else I was going to say, that there is like basically you are going to get a message also at around the 17th and 18th of December, really quite important message, and this is really going to surprise you. Surprising message. And the surprising message is really going to point towards like some kind of project or something that you were working on, that you were doing for a while, and then it was just kind of left behind because nothing was happening and you've just left it. But you were so kind of keen and eager to actually do this, and this was kind of left in the past because nothing was happening, other things took over, other things came on, you know what I mean, then just you went with the flow, you've gone with the flow and things like that. So now this message that you're going to have, it's really going to surprise you because it's going to highlight a certain project that you've left behind. And now this is where things are going to become really, really interesting, because when you get this message, you will know that you must make an important decision here, but really quickly as well. Okay, so this is what you need to understand. When you get this message, you will also need to understand that you need to take this on the next stage. It's not only about like some kind of project that you left behind. No, baby, no. But it's about the fact that this is happening for a reason. Why is this being highlighted? Why is this happening now? This is not something huge or enormous, but it is going to surprise you because it's to do with the success, and it is going to give you food for thoughts, This is not happening all because it's happening. It's happening because it's highlighted that this is something that you need to incorporate into whatever you're doing right now. It's going to surprise you, but this is where things are going to become really interesting for you indeed. And you are going to need to I don't need to tell you this, because within the next few days after that moment in time, you will know that you need to be really sharp and really quick and really clever, because you're going to need to make an important decision. But that decision that you're going to need to make, it's also going to connect you and reconnect with the people that are draining your energy and making you feel really negative. So it's something that's going to be putting you off. Something is going to be putting you off. It's about making a decision, but it's also about you being direct, maybe with a certain people that you feel really uncomfortable around. So this is going to kind of put you off a little bit, but what you need to understand is that you have to work through your fears. And you, on one hand, you need to understand, number one, you have to work through your fears, and then number two, don't let your past to hold you back. Just remember, don't let your past to hold you back. These are two specific things that you need to remember indeed. And also, my gorgeous Cancerini, when it comes to December, within the last 11 days of December, you are going to witness some kind of an argument. You're going to witness some kind of like an argument, maybe a couple of people or a few different people arguing, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to make you aware of how much you want to move on with your life. You see, it's not about you being part of the argument. It's not about you arguing, but it's about you witnessing a group of people arguing, and that is going to put you off so much. Okay? And it's going to put you off, and you will want to move on. And this is going to be absolutely the right thing to do. This is going to put you off, and you will want to move on. But at the same time, this is, first of all, you're going to feel like, oh my God, I just don't want to be part of this, which is absolutely right. But then on another hand, this in itself, it's going to kind of, this in itself, it's not only kind of going to put you off from these people, but it's actually going to gently redirect you, and it's going to kind of make you aware of like that now it's time to kind of like make a certain goal like a reality. You will know exactly which goal this is. So this group of people that are going to be arguing amongst each other, this is going to be so, it couldn't have happened at a better time. On one hand, you will just want to move away from that group of people, which is brilliant, because I'm talking about someone quite toxic. But then on another hand, this is actually going to really gently redirect you and remind you, now it's time to kind of manifest certain things. Now it's time to turn certain goals into the actual reality. So this is brilliant, because this in itself is going to make you confident about your power, confident about your success, but at the same time it's really going to, on one hand, be superb when it comes to your finances, but also when it comes to nurturing yourself as well. This is the right thing to do, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. And look, when I just shuffle these cards, and I focus on this, knowing exactly which goal to turn into the power, to turn into the actual reality, you will know. And this is also going to really make you aware of certain the life, how much your energy was drained purely because you have found yourself not only being surrounded by the certain people that were draining your energy, but you also found yourself really having a rather unhealthy attachment in your life for way too long. And the unhealthy attachment that you had in your life for way too long was happening because you were waiting for the right moment. And sometimes unhealthy attachment, you see this a situation which is going to surprise you. Unhealthy attachment, it also happens when we are not being not necessarily honest with ourselves, but when we are just holding ourselves down. So it's only going to be highlighted at the right time. But also, you see, this is a lot to do with your destiny as well. This is going to answer a really big question when it comes to your destiny, and it's going to be good. And then on another hand, listen to me very carefully, by the end of December, you will know exactly that there's some kind of a mind-blowing stage of your life. It's about to become reality. Even now, when you think about what am I talking about, it's oh my God, what is he talking about? But by the end of December, you will know exactly. It's to do with your dream. It's to do with your wish. It's to do with something that you were dreaming for such a long time. It's to do with how you wanted your life to be. Now this is about to become reality. You see what I mean? So, oh my God, my gorgeous Cancerini, what a month you are going to have. And also, when it comes to nutrition, I highly suggest you to get something like a natural vitamin D3, which is going to be superb for your bones and for your immune system, with the actual zinc picolinate, which is a highly absorbable form of zinc, which is going to boost your immune system. It's going to re-energize you, but it's also going to be beneficial for skin, hair, and nails. And the last thing I was going to recommend you would be, again, organic chlorella, because it's got the ability to actually detoxify our body from all the dangerous metals. There are metals in the ground, there are metals in the soil, there are metals in the sky, there are metals in the air, there are metals in the plants. There are dangerous metals absolutely everywhere, whether you believe this or not. So what organic chlorella has to do with this? Well, organic chlorella has got the ability to detoxify us from all these metals. It's been proven over and over again. But also it's rich in protein, vitamins, mineral, and omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential for our brain, memory, and all these type of functions. So that's a zinc picolinate, that's vitamin D3. This is my own brand, of course. These vitamins are made with an exceptional quality ingredients without any rubbish chemicals or any nonsense, and they're suitable for vegetarians and vegans. And organic chlorella is here as well. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And also, if you would like to buy these vitamins, which I highly suggest you actually, the link is in the description below, or you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you can see my vitamins coming up that way as well. Now, the very first date that I would like to recommend you, it's going to be the 1st of December, but it's actually, But it's actually worse than, sorry, a little baby burp, 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 baby burp. I'm sorry. Now the 1st of December, but it's not so much about the 1st of December. It's actually a few days prior, few days before. Something is gonna be on your mind, some kind of idea is gonna be on your mind, something is just gonna be driving you crazy, something is just gonna be driving you up the wall. There is going to be a certain idea on your mind, but you're just not gonna know and understand how to kind of start a process, you know, how to take this on. You will have an idea, but you're not gonna be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. And by the time you get to the 1st of December, pam pam pam, baby burp, baby burp, by the time you get to the 1st of December, it's like you are really now, something is going to be highlighted about you so much, because there is going to be an important message that you are going to have, and this message and information, it's like going to make you aware of like some kind of like a success that you had, or something great and something amazing that you did. And what you did was purely done like through you really enjoying yourself, and it's to do with like you like using some kind of a sacred gift, or it's you like using a skill of yours that you're very kind of good at, that it's very unique to you, something that you love expressing yourself with. You know, it's a lot to do with a sacred gift that is going to be highlighted, something that you really love doing, something that you're extremely passionate about, something that you're extremely good about. Well, this is your psychic bridge, this is your intuitive message, this is your spiritual bridge I'm talking about, my gorgeous Cancerini. On the 1st of December, the answer to that dilemma that you had, that this what was driving you up the wall, what was driving you crazy, how you gonna kind of like, you were thinking about this idea, but you just didn't know how to do this. My gorgeous Cancerini, the answer to this idea is in you, is within you. It's to do with your sacred gift. A sacred gift. It's what you're passionate about, what you love doing. It doesn't really matter what this is, as long as you're passionate, as long as you love doing this. This is our spiritual purpose. This is the only reason why we are here. The more we are honest with ourselves, the more successful we are going to be in this life. The more we are like kind of conditioned by people who we don't even know, the less successful we are going to be, because we just tend to be in a little box that we never come out of. And even more so, even worse, like it's just making us less and less and less able to come out of our comfort zone. So this is the time when your free spirit is about to come out, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. So the 1st of December is going to highlight exactly what do you need to do, and exactly which like kind of like a sacred gift this is, with that message and information that you're going to have. And this is going to be on your mind quite a lot, something that you're very good at on the 1st of December 2022. And that in itself, it's also going to suddenly make you aware of, like, suddenly everything is going to start making sense. Like suddenly all this time, especially over the last year where you felt like your hands were tied at the back, where you felt like you were in a bit of a limbo, where you felt like, oh, you're just going along with things, there's so much on your mind, but you're not doing anything about it. You know, it's all going to be on your mind, and you're going to realize all this time the answer was within you, and you're going to be like, oh my God, why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I do this previously? It doesn't matter, because it wasn't meant to happen previously. You've been prepared for this moment in time, my gorgeous Cancerini. It's happening now, so it doesn't really matter. But the bottom line is, so much is going to become obvious to you. So many kind of negative and sad things that were happening to you over the last 2 years, you will put down to this. But you must not blame yourself, because it's happening now. December is like ridiculously powerful month indeed. So this is only the beginning. The whole year of 2023 is going to be ridiculously successful for you. But I'm telling you, the more you put kind of energy towards things that you feel passionate about, opposed to things that we have been a little bit conditioned towards, you know, this is where you need to find that golden middle in between, and just split it and just go towards the way that your soul is calling. You know, this is important. It's to do with your soul purpose. You know, this is important indeed. And also the 1st of December, you are gonna, like, what you're doing right now with that sacred gift, this is actually gonna financially make you feel extremely successful. So on one hand, the finances are gonna be like big mamas, extremely successful. Okay, with this, through this, something solid is about to happen, something absolutely solid. But also when it comes to you feeling so much happier, you know, you're feeling so much more excited, you will see like your energy is going to start raising, your vibration is going to start rising, you know, it's going to be remarkable, and you are going to be able to protect what's yours, but also you're going to be able to protect your assets, for example, by doing this. So it's on one hand your spirituality, you're going to feel so much happier because you're following your passion. But on another hand, come on, you're going to be able to protect your assets, and at the same time you're doing the right thing when it comes to making a certain dream become real. In fact, Cancerini, the June and July 2023 are going to be mind-blowing. June and July 2023 are gonna be mind-blowing, and this is when this is starting. And in June and July 2023 you will be able to see exactly what have you achieved in such a short period in your life. And this is going to be mind-blowing. You're going to be so proud of yourself. You're going to feel so proud of yourself. But trust me, those people in your life are going to feel as proud, you know, to actually know you. So you are going to create here something really successful. So I really hope that you're listening to me here. Indeed. And at the same time, within the first 11 days of December, so now it's going to go from the 1st to the 11th of December, you know, it's all about the fresh inspiration that it's going to come out of it, and enthusiasm that is going to point exactly what do you need to explore before you start up a certain project. This is a lot to do with the new direction in your life, but at the same time the certain breaking news that you're gonna hear on the outside are also gonna be playing an important role here, because when you hear certain breaking news that are absolutely not gonna make sense to you whatsoever, you will indeed gonna get something. You are going to get something out of it. You know what? You will know that you are doing the right thing here. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Cancerini, what else I was going to recommend you would be this absolutely gorgeous ruby fuchsite, absolutely gorgeous pendant. Check these pastel colors, oh my god, and very powerful. And I suggest you to wear this, you know, as much as you possibly can, but especially when you want to project the specific energy, because what this pendant does, it's remarkable because it promotes self-love, which instantly brings peace and healing within, but at the same time you're projecting this absolutely mind-blowing energy that becomes very attractive to other people, very attractive to those people who you want to attract into your life one way or another. So this is it. So when we love ourselves, we just invite really beautiful people in our lives who are going to appreciate us for who we are. If we hate ourselves and we don't like ourselves, it's always like a bad and negative things that are going to be happening, because we are going to be projecting this wrong energy, which is in return going to bring people into our lives who are not respecting us one way or another. I say, like, maybe in love, and maybe like when it comes to business, maybe when it comes to friends. That's why I say one way or another. And also, like, we can love ourselves, but sometimes we can basically go through stress or negativity, and then we are projecting the wrong energy, which gives like the wrong ideas to people about us, for example. So by wearing a ruby fuchsite, you are also projecting an absolutely mind-blowing energy of self-love, which attracts the right people in your life, which attracts the right situations in your life, but it also helps you to like kind of respond in the best possible way as well. This gorgeous ruby fuchsite comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below indeed. The second important date, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's going to be on the 16th of December. Now the 16th of December, basically what is going to happen is you are going to have a very unusual sign here. Very, very unusual sign. And it's very difficult to explain this, you know, because the sign that you're going to have, it's going to be like kind of only you're going to be able to understand this. And it's a lot to do with the power of synchronicity, but it's a lot to do with you being spiritually open. So let's say there are 10 people looking at the same direction and you're one of them. You're the only one who's going to be able to notice this sign. You know, something very personal is going to take place. So what this sign is going to be? Well, this sign is going to be consisting of you knowing and you understanding fully well that some very bad, negative, sad, miserable, depressing, anxious, horrible, low vibrational stage of your life is coming to an end. It's like the worst is over. This is gonna mean to you so much. Just the fact that you know the worst is over. I'm telling you that this is very personal to you, and this affected you so much, and it was affecting you all along. So now that in itself, it's gonna put a huge smile on your face, and that in itself is going to make you aware of an important, like a situation that you're gonna be able to kind of sort out and kind of make an impact now after this moment in time. And that important situation, it's connected to people like in your family, like a family issue, a family problem. So as soon as you become aware of the fact that the worst is over, almost immediately this is going to put a big smile on your face, but it's going to make you aware of the certain problem and an issue that you're going to be you're going to be able to sort out now, that means to you so much, and it's connected to the certain family member, and it's connected to the certain family issue. This is going to mean to you quite a lot, because this is something that is also rather personal to you, but it's like gonna make you feel so much better about yourself, because you have been thinking about this for quite a while now, and that is all going to like kind of lead towards a little hermit mode that you're actually going to have 2 or 3 days after that moment in time, my gorgeous Cancerini. You are gonna feel like you want to be by yourself, or you were gonna feel like you want to spend some time within the nature. Maybe you're gonna feel just out of the blue, I want to go and be in the forest. You know, it depends how this hermit mode is going to come to you. However, the bottom line is you will feel like you want to be by yourself a little bit, you know, and this is what it happens because you become very deep, and there are certain things come to the surface that you become aware of that you must deal with. So this is like a golden moment in terms of the actual spirituality, because we are provided with a spiritual shortcut through our own deepness. You know, we just kind of drift really deep, but then in return we just drift to the deepest parts of ourselves, which just leaves us with nothing but the actual an answer, an important answer in terms of what to pay attention to. Like, for example, something is going to come to the surface when you have this hermit mode, and this in itself is going to make you aware and highlight the wise choice that you are going to be able to make. And this wise choice that I'm talking about, it's going to highlight that first situation on the 1st of December. It's going to highlight through the hermit mode. So it's a very strong connection with the 1st of December. It starts on the 1st of December. Just remember, I said in between the 1st of December and the 7th of the 11th of September, in between the 1st of December, and the 11th of December, in between the 1st of December, and the 11th of December, I said that there is going to be like a fresh inspiration and enthusiasm that you're going to feel from the 1st, and then by then you're going to know what to explore, and then the new direction is going to come up, and then they're going to be like a breaking news, what I mentioned. So now on the 16th, when you have this hermit mode, you know, this is going to be highlighted as a very, very wise choice, because something else is going to come to the surface why you will know that this is an absolutely such a wise choice, especially at the time when you thought, oh my God, it's still going to be challenging, you know, like, because by the 16th of December, you're going to be thinking about this like kind of new direction, starting up this project, what I said, but you're still going to be like, oh my God, I'm not too sure, but the 16th of December December, it's going to be the final one here, the final moment when it comes to you having a hermit moment, and then something is going to come to the surface. And what is going to come to the surface and is going to be highlighted, the wise choice when it comes to challenge, because you will know there is a challenging situation that you will need to go through, but your hermit moment is going to make you aware that this is something that you should do. You need to be brave, you need to be strong. You know, the more brave and strong you are, the more brave you're actually going to be, especially when it comes to the beginning of stages of this new project in your life. Very important indeed. And now, on another hand, my gorgeous Cancerini, what else I was going to recommend you would be purple moss agate. This is probably one of the most powerful pendants that I actually have, one of the most powerful crystals. Why? Purple moss agate, because as soon as you put it on, it has got this power to unlock your third psychic eye. Our third psychic eye is so important. So important when it comes to our spirituality, our own understanding, and how far we can go. The more we understand, the further we go. The less we understand, we slow ourselves down more. So what purple moss agate does, it has got the power to unlock your third psychic eye, and that in return makes us extremely wise. You just start talking and you surprise yourself with the things that you actually say when you wear this, and you are actually learning quite a lot through yourself. So if you want to have a really smart and wise and deep conversations, and you go so much and you find out so much along the way, you just wear this. If you want to impress certain people, you just wear this. If you want to achieve something big, you just wear this. If you deal with something really important, you just wear this. If you're working on an important project, you just wear this, because you always go that a little bit further. But especially when it comes to you benefiting from being open spiritually and tapping into the energies you wouldn't normally tap, which can only make you more and more successful no matter what you're dealing with. So this gorgeous purple moss agate comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Cancerini, you're also supporting my channel as well. By the time you get to the actual 29th of December, something very kind of unexpected is going to happen. This is such an important day, the 29th of December. Something completely unexpectedly it's going to happen, an achievement which is about to change your life. And this achievement that I'm talking about, it's like, oh my God, it's not only about the achievement that you're going to become aware of on the 29th of December, my gorgeous Cancerini. It is not about the achievement, but also what is actually going to become presented to you with this achievement. There is some kind of achievement that is going to be mind-blowing, that you're going to become aware of. And when I say the achievement, it means that the 29th of December is also going to bring one of the most powerful manifestations into your life. Some kind of manifestation, it's about to become reality. You have been working on this for such a long time, my gorgeous Cancerini, and the 29th of December is the first day where you're going to be able to see the first stages of your manifestation becoming the actual reality. This is going to be absolutely everything, but it's almost immediately going to make you aware of like negative and unhealthy attachment in your life. It's also going to come to an end, and you will know what this negative and unhealthy attachment in your life is, because you know there is going to be an opportunity that you are going to have here, an option that you are going to have here, that you are well aware, going to become aware of the fact that is going to take time, but at least it's going to kind of like really go towards a different direction, you know, especially against this very negative and unhealthy attachment in your life. And you need to really be honest with yourself when it comes to that negative attachment in your life, because it's to do with your constantly repeating and doing something that you don't want to do. So you have to be honest with yourself, and you becoming aware of the first stages of this manifestation in your life becoming reality. This is going to be a very sacred sign in itself for you that now it's time to move on with your life. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part of December, mid part of December, and the last part of December. So the first part of December, you are going to have a very important good news. That good news that you are going to have, it's also going to kind of like it's a lot to do with what you expected, but then at the same time what you did not expect is certain desires that you're going to realize that you must take on the next level here, because these desires, it's also a lot to do with you recognizing certain abilities that you should take on the next level. The mid part of December, somebody very sympathetic and understanding, a gorgeous female person, somebody in your life is going to give you very, very interesting advice, especially how to deal with a certain obstacle in your life. And the third part of December, my gorgeous Cancerini, you are facing an absolutely mind-blowing big change. This is going to change absolutely everything in the last part of December, because it's all about your home, happiness, joy, pleasure, peace, love, contentment that you haven't felt in absolute ages. And this in itself is going to make you aware of which big change do you want to make when it comes to your home. This is going to be on your mind quite a lot within the last 7 days of December, that you want to make a big, massive change, enormous change, which is going to reflect on your immediate environment. You should definitely do this, my gorgeous Cancerini. Now it's time. Okay, so now I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you in a relationship. So for those of you in relationship, this is brilliant. You are really going to have such a good news, both of you. It's to do with one of the biggest victories of your life, my gorgeous Cancerini. You are, as the couple, going to have such an important news. This is going to make you feel so good. It's going to make you feel so happy. It's going to make you feel so excited. But it's also going to almost immediately going to provide you, as soon as you become aware of this news, it's to do with a victory. It's to do with like a huge accomplishment that you're going to have at around the 16th of December. This is going to become evident. So the good news about a huge, massive accomplishment, a victory for the couples, and that in itself is going to leave you with absolutely kind of like it's going to leave you in a bit of a dilemma, and you're going to be wondering, you know, both of you are not going to be too sure like what to do, because this will kind of surprise you in the best possible way, the actual extent how successful this is going to be, and you're going to be wondering which way to go. And you are going to understand through somebody very kind of interesting, through a very, very interesting, quirky, strange and unusual person, somebody who is not in your life but somebody who you are aware of. Through that person you're both going to understand which choice to go for. So this is important to kind of remember, but you can't go wrong, because the both of the choices that are going to be on your mind, that you're going to be thinking about, are going to be just as good. You just will not know which one to kind of go for first. But through this quirky person in your life who is not completely connected to you, but someone who you watch, maybe through that person you will understand exactly which kind of choice to go for. This is very important indeed. And for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Cancerini, you know, this is really interesting what is actually going to happen. At around the 14th and the 15th of December, you are really going to find yourself for the first time ever thinking going to the certain place. You're going to feel a very strong attraction towards going somewhere at around the 16th of December. And you're not going to be able to understand where this is coming from, but you will really want to kind of find out something, investigate something. And that in itself, it's going to really kind of be so important for you, because that particular place where you're going to go to, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's also bringing someone very special into your life. It's like, maybe, I don't know what this is going to be. It's very difficult to say, but it's at around the 16th of December. It's just going to come to you. It's just going to be on your mind quite a lot, like that you want to go somewhere and do something, and this is going to surprise you. But this is a lot to do with your spirit calling, and it's a lot to do with your understanding that you must start changing things about yourself in terms of you coming out of your comfort zone, because this is going to require from you to tap into different waters, to tap into different energy, and that's exactly what you should do. Whether there is someone who is going to come into your life in December, no baby, no, but January and February, there is someone very special and significant about to walk into your life. But how is that person going to come into your life? Well, you will know, because the 16th of December, it's going to answer your question how this is going to happen. You just need to wait a little bit longer indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.